One of life's many mysteries is knowing how to get a date with an Italian in Italy. For many, it still remains a mystery by the time the stay in the country comes to an end, for whatever reason. The secret to grasp is when you get ready to go out with your friends or family, or with a date, you want to look your best, right? You want to look the part, and make a good impression, don't you? And if you are going out on a date, then you want to try extra hard to impress, yes? So, when taking pride in your appearance, you take that little bit extra effort to get things just right. For men, it's making sure the shoes are well polished, the shirt is properly ironed, and the suit is, well, sharp. Ladies, you want to make sure the dress is appropriate for the occasion, the shoes, the handbag and accessories bring your whole being to life, and your hair is just so. In Italy, it's referred to as la Bella Figura, which literally means the beautiful figure. Before you find out what la Bella Figura actually means to an Italian, please subscribe to the Expat Essentials for Italy YouTube channel, and then click the bell icon to avoid missing out on important news and further videos on life in Italy. And feel free to share the video and link, too. Plus, if you watch the video to the very end, you'll be able to gain access to a special guide that could make your introduction to La Dolce Vita even sweeter. Some Italian men take la Bella Figura literally, when it comes to getting ready to go out on a social event, for example, much to the annoyance of the ladies, as the men sometimes take longer than the ladies to get ready. However, la Bella Figura is a term to mean the making of a good impression, and in its wider sense, it refers to being 1. Polite. 2. Welcoming. 3. Dignified. 4. Respectful, of yourself and others. 5. Decorum, having a sense of decency. Children grow up in a culture of la Bella Figura, and so it's not unusual to see Italians stand out at informal occasions and events by their appearance and the clothes they wear. Equally, Italians recognize the appropriate attire to wear for the occasion, and for their age. Paying close attention to their looks and appearance is also born out of a fear of being publicly criticized. Any self-respecting Italian does not want to make la brutta figura a bad impression. Remember, Italy doesn't always correspond to political correctness, which is why Italians can be very direct in what they say. If you're invited to an Italian family's home for a meal, there will always be plenty of food and drink available, usually, too much food and drink. This is because la Bella Figura is about making a good impression, making guests welcome, and being generous. And la Bella Figura also refers to being polite and having good manners. Dressing smartly doesn't mean you have a right to behave badly and insult others. La Bella Figura epitomizes everything that's good about Italy and the Italians. A country that is so rich in heritage, where its history is cherished, and its art is lovingly protected, and beauty comes as standard, it's no surprise that la Bella Figura literally means the beautiful figure. It is, in essence, the Italian way of life. Here's a classic example of la Bella Figura in action. It's a story about one of the famous car manufacturers in Italy, a symbol of Italian craft and style, and yet a more important and underlying symbol of the Italian way of life that few outsiders fully appreciate. The famous car company, Fiat, was on the brink of financial collapse at the turn of the century, in 2000, and a lifeline to save it was offered by the Daimler Chrysler Group, of $13 billion. This was good news for shareholders whose stake values in a declining company were falling on a daily basis. However, for the Agnelli family who owned the company for generations, the offer to save it was not feasible. Yes, the company would have been saved, but far more was at stake. The head of the Agnelli family, Gianni, took this as being a failure by him, having inherited the company from his grandfather, and the prospect of thousands of his workers losing their jobs in his hometown of Turin. This would have been the worst scenario for l'avvocato, the lawyer, as he was known, la brutta figura. The magazine, Vanity Fair, reported, "This is the classic term for just about the worst crime an Italian can commit, looking bad in the eyes of society." Agnelli knew that the sale of the 100-year-old Italian car maker to the Germans would have made him appear treasonous. Gianni Agnelli refused to sell. The company's value plummeted over the next 3 years, with the Agnelli family and other shareholders losing over 75% of the value of their wealth. But Gianni and the company had saved face, and many jobs with it. La Bella Figura was far, far more important. Now, one vital resource to help you to embrace La Bella Figura is the special guide we referred to earlier, entitled 14 Reasons to be a Happy Expat in Italy. You can access it by clicking on the URL link in the description box below this video. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then hit the bell icon to ensure you don't miss out on future videos. Please leave a positive comment below, and please share with friends, too. Enjoy! Before you go, check out the videos about to show up on the end screen, where you can find more helpful information to help you with your adventures as an expat in Italy. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and found the content to be helpful and of value. Thanks for watching. Here are those videos coming up right now. Until next time, ciao for now.